Mark chapter 7, verse 32 to 34. Mark 7, verse 32 to 34. Let's read something. I want to open your eyes here. Ephphatha. Yes. Then they brought to him what? One who was deaf and had what? An impediment in his speech. And they begged him to put his hand on him. They begged him. Next verse. And he took him aside from the multitude. Hear me out. He took him out aside from the multitude. Now, what is wrong with the multitude? What was the reason why he took him aside from the multitude? Why? He took him aside from the multitude. Because the multitude has a voice. It's a voice. So he took him aside from the voice of distraction, from the voice of hindrance, from the voice of discouragement, from the voice of frustration. So God did not take the man aside from the multitude because of him, but not because of Jesus, because of the man. So the man can have faith. Say faith. Say faith. So God was looking for the faith of the man. Because what happened is that because of the multitude comes with a noise. And not every noise connects to glory. There was some noise that can be a distraction to your divine alignment. So he said he took him aside from the multitude and put his fingers in his ears. And what did he do? He spat and touched his tongue. Come on, hear me out. And he took him aside from the multitude. Say, there was certain anointing you may not understand. And put his fingers in his ear. And he spat and touched his tongue. 34. Then looking up to heaven, Mazibaka, he sighed and said to him what? What is it? Ephphatha. That is, be opened. I want to talk about doors that need to open. There are some doors that have to open. Now, let's go to NLT. The same one, NLT. Let's read that. A deaf man with a speech impediment. The man has a speech impediment. You know why? He can't talk. He was like Moses. Moses had a speech impediment. That's why he said, God, I can't speak. God, I need help. And God said, okay, your brother Aaron is coming. Let him help you. One, he was deaf, which means that he cannot hear. He can't speak well. That is why I always don't get to a place of discouragement. Because I always say to myself that what I have, thousands of people don't have. What I have, millions don't have it. So I don't look down and say, God, why is it that I don't have this? I don't look at what I don't have. I look at what I have, and I thank God for it. It's not about what you don't have in life. It's about what God has given you. Now, what God has given you, what you put in is what God, when you have a heart for it, and you have a good heart for what God has given to you, you appreciate it, He lifts you higher. A deaf man with a speech impediment, maybe, and was brought to him, and the people begged Jesus to lay his hand on the man to heal him. Let's go, next verse. Jesus led him away from the crowd so they could be alone. What? So that you can have an encounter. Now, the crowd can be an opposition. There were people that they will stand the way to access a door. Not every door opens just like that. There were some doors that will only open when you move out of the crowd. Say yes, Lord. Now, the crowd can be the witchcraft in your family. The people who are doing evil against you. The crowd can be the voice of limitation. Say yes, Lord. Bible says he put his fingers into the man's ears. Then what? Spitting on his what? Own fingers. Spitting on his own. Is that the Bible explains this one different? Spitting on his own fingers, he touched the man's tongue. So which means that he did that. Hello. 1 Corinthians 16 verse 9. Okay, looking up to heaven, he said, okay, Ephphatha, be open. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 9. 1 Corinthians, yes. For a great and effective door has opened to me. Now, to access a door, your greatness is dependent on the kind of door that opens for you. Every door responds to greatness. And your greatness in you is what qualifies you to open the door. To have access to greatness is very easy. But to have access to a door, it depends on your greatness. Let me say it again. What you carry, what God has made you, what is upon your life, how big you are, is how big your door. And how big is the door is how big is your enemies. Can I say it again? The way you are so big, that you carry so much, the greatness of you are very, it is a great and effective. So the door is so great and effective. But guess what? That door responds to enemies. Because the door is not ordinary. The door is so big. It's so great. So your greatness, you are so great that the door that is there is so great that your enemies are very great. So you realize that no matter how great you are, is how great your enemies fight you. How big you are is how you go through so much in your life. You realize that, say, what do I have that so many people fight me? Because what you have, you don't even know. You don't know what you have. If you know what you have, right, you realize that the people after you, right, they see something you don't see. You know what they see? They see great and effective door. Say great and effective door. They see what? A great and effective door. Now I said that door has been opened, just like the way Jesus Christ says, Ephphatha, be open. And be open, the guy's ear was open. Which is that there is an effective door that's about to open. Now, he says it's about to open to you, but there are many adversaries, but there are many people who knows that the greatness of you, okay, can only be stopped, okay, when they multiply. Together, they are able to stand. So, your enemies are not only few, they are many. Why are they many? Because you are not ordinary. Tell them about that. Say it again. And every door answers to keys. Say keys. There were keys that you need for every door. Every door answers to keys. Everything in God's kingdom also answers to key. Everything about his kingdom is key. The Bible says in Matthew 16, verse 19. Let's go. Matthew 16, verse 19. Matthew 16, verse 19. No, Matthew 16. Is it 16? Is it 19? I said, I said 18. And I will give you what? The keys of the kingdom of heaven. So the heaven itself has keys. And whatever you bind on earth will bind in heaven. And whatever you do. So there are keys that binds. It says, I will give you. So without the keys, you can't bind. Everybody's life has a door. And every door has keys. And nobody can, it's not easy to access those keys. If you can access the key, you can have access to the door. There are people that they are having the wrong key, but standing at the right door. So the wrong key is in your hand, but you are standing right at the right door. Others had the right key, but they are standing at the wrong door. So, is that the key to the office? Yes, that is the key. But are you standing in front of the office? You have the right key, but standing at the wrong door. You have the wrong key, but you are standing at the right door. So some of us, right, not just God have not opened the door, because we don't know the keys we have. We don't know the door that need to open that key. So we are having keys in our hand, but we are opening somebody's door. That's not your door. The door you are opening is not for you. You are opening somebody's door. So by opening somebody's door, you open to somebody's problem. Because somebody's problem can be your problem. Or because the key you are having is not for you. Or the door you are standing is not your door. So by force doing right, if you try to open the door by force, you end up using a force to open it. You can force a door to open, and that door was not meant for you. It was meant for somebody else. And when you open the door, anything that door will come after you. Am I open? Understand about open doors? So it says, I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth, it says, without the keys, you can't bind. So some people are binding with no keys. There's no keys in your hand, but you are binding, and you are binding something because you don't have what it takes to bind it. That's why some of you, when you keep binding, you are always under attack. Now, one of the key is the key of salvation. Once you are saved, you have access to heaven. Bible says you are saved by grace through faith. So when you are saved by grace through faith, so the moment you are saved, you have access to heaven. The first door that needs to open for a man is when the man have access to the key of salvation. There are a lot of us, right? We think we are saved, but we are not saved yet. Salvation is very important. Jesus has set before us an open door. The door is already open. Talk about the door is already open. Guess what? The same key that opened the door can also lock the door. When you open the door and you are getting out, can't you use the same key to lock the door? You can lock your own blessing. And you can open your own blessing. You can be your own hindrance to your next dimension of life. You can be a hindrance to your own blessing. Why? Because you can lose your key, right? And try to open the door with another key. Or you can have the right key, you open the door, but when you open the door, right, you went in all right and you opened it all right, but when you forgot that when you went in, there was something you were supposed to do in there, and you forgot yourself, you left without knowing that there was a reason why the door opened. Every door comes with direction. Without the direction, right, you will enter in there, and when you come out, you can lock your own door. I want to show something. You lock your own door. I'll show you why people do that. Your choice in life reveals your wisdom. The choice you make reveals your choice you make in life reveals the level of wisdom. But do you know that God says, I have given you the key of salvation? The other key is the key of opportunities. God always creates opportunities for every believer. Where anywhere you enter, doors open. Anywhere you enter, doors open. You wonder about how come somebody's opportunities is created because of favor. Say favor. When a man is favored by God, anywhere he step, opportunities create itself. When favor is not on you, life becomes a struggle. The Bible says in Luke 2 verse 52, and Jesus Christ grew in height and wisdom and have favor with God and favor with men. Some of us, right, we don't have favor with men. Hello? You know why? We don't have favor with men because the grace that qualifies the favor is not there. Am I talking to somebody here? Are you getting where I'm going, right? But guess what? When Christ met the man, he took the man off from the multitude. One thing that can hinder an open door is when you allow the enemy to influence your mind by the things that is going on with your life. Do you know why? Many of you, right? The problem is that not that the door is not open. The door is open, but the way you think is not open the door. Your thinking can hinder the opening. Some of you are standing in front of a door, but your mind is not in the door. Do you know when somebody says, I know God, I will make it, but in their mind, they can't make it. They say it, but their mind cannot make it. Or I know that God will turn things to my favor, but in their mind, they know very well it's not possible. What happens is that you can see breakthrough, but your mind can see failure. So most of us, right, we believe that God will do it all. But if you believe, right, then when you believe, let your mind connect to your going. We walk by faith, not by sight. Faith is not what you see. Faith is what you believe. And faith comes when your mind is what? Process. As a man thinketh, your mind can hinder your divine opening. Because some of you, right, God says, I will lift you higher. Be open. And I will open you up and deliver you. I will heal you. But your mind says, what if he touches me and I'm not healed? Hello? What if he spits in his hand and touches me, I'm not healed? So what happens is that even though the healing is coming, right, God said, be open, but your mind is not ready. So what God have to take you away from people that can corrupt your mind. He has to remove you, set you aside, so that you don't allow the voice of people hinder your opening. I pray for somebody here. May nothing stop your divine opening. Every door that needs to open, may you open right now. May you have access to the keys of the kingdom. May you have access to the keys of the kingdom. For today, any key that has gone away, receive that key. Listen to me. Never jealous anybody's key, because anybody's key is not your key. Every key responds to a door. Some keys are not your key. When you take that key, the door will not open for you. Your brother's key is not your key. That is why you can't be like everybody. You can be by yourself. If you can't be you, you can't be like everybody. That's why what happens is that we jealous so much about a key that is so small that God has a better plan for you. Some of you, the key that you are jealous has a small door. But God has a key for you that can open a bigger door. So some of you, right, your challenge is not somebody's challenge. That is why don't say, but why is God blessing this one and not me? No, why? Because your problem is not somebody's problem. What I am going through is not what you are going through. The demons in my family is not the demons in your family. The witches that are attacking me is not the same witch that's attacking you. So don't because we are in the same house or from the same school or from the same background, doesn't mean that in our family what is there is what is also there. Some people that they are family, right? The demons in their family have been dealt with already. So what happened? So they have an open door. Anywhere they step, doors open for them. Anywhere they go, Ephphatha, be open, it opens. Anything they say, it comes to pass. Why? Because their words is so sharp. And the others that their family background, why? Their fathers and mothers were into voodoo and juju. So they don't know anything about God. So half of them is like they are, so to use the word, some of them were into all kind of churches that is not strong enough. So there's no Holy Ghost fire, there's no power. So they were not able to know that, not knowing the family is full of evil. So some of them, right, they became one with the enemy. And now you are born into such a family. You are born into it too. So you have to know that once you are born into it, right, everything that your dad wasn't able to fight will fight you. I'm hoping you understand here. So when you see that, why am I going through so many setbacks? Why is that for me? I'm almost there but never there. Which means that, remember that the strong man in your family, nobody dealt with a strong man. And to have an open door, you have to set yourself aside. You have to remove yourself from the voice of the enemy. Because many voices can hinder your impact. Some of you are too moved by what people say. Don't be moved by what people say. Christ set them aside. Christ is setting your life aside. He is taking you away from the multitude. He's trying to say, my daughter, you know what happened? Okay, I want to open your ear to hear only me and nothing else. Because your ears are shut. But when I can open your ear, you will hear only my voice. Why? Because there's too many people in the crowd that they are making so much noise that you can't hear when I talk to you. So if I can open your ears, you will hear me. He said, Ephphatha, be open. He said, why? If I can touch your tongue, you speak. And when you speak, it shall come to pass. I pray for somebody here. I said, I pray for somebody here. May you have access to a door. May you open doors. May you open doors. We have what we call sensory doors. Sensory doors is when you enter, that it opens. How many of you know that? When you go somewhere, the door just opens by itself. It senses you. It will sense you to open. Nobody senses you. Okay? There are people, right? What you carry, when you enter a place, demons know who you are. You go to your family. Some of you, when you enter to a family, right, everybody don't want to talk to you. People start looking at you. You think you are all that? You know why? Because there is something on you. You know, you are burning in the spirit already. So when you enter there, they say, you go to your job place. What is good at the morning? What is good? Good morning. You all look good morning. You think it's all about good morning? Someone say fire. Someone say fire. Do you know why it's done? Because what you carry, right, you have already burned yourself at night. So in the morning, right, you are coming with flames. Too many flames on you. So, and you enter into a place, people look at you and they get mad at you. Some of you, right, not everybody who get angry at you because of something bad about you. No. Sometimes they can't understand what you carry. So they are irritated by your grace. They are irritated by your unction. They are irritated by your oil. They are irritated by what God has given unto you. So you should not get mad about everybody who is always mad. Don't accept everybody because everybody can never understand you. Doors respond to certain keys. And not all keys open the same door. But we have one key called the master key. Revelation 3, verse 7 and 8. Revelation 3, verse 7 and 8. Let's go there. Revelation 3, verse 7 and 8. Let us read. Let's go. It says, who has the key of David? Said the key of David. He said, the one has, he said, to the angel of the church of Philadelphia. Right. This thing says, he who is holy, he who is true, he who has what, the key of David, he who opens one, no one shuts. And the one who shuts the door, no one can open. There is only one master key. That when that key is there, you don't need to have many keys. When he opens the door, no one can shut the door. When God says it is time for you to enter into an open door, nobody can stop it. When God says Ephphatha, be open, who can stop be open? When God said today you are delivered, who can stop deliverance? When God said today no more witchcraft, who can stop it? Who can battle with the God that we serve? And he said our God is a consuming fire. The God is our consuming fire. Who can stop when God said your time is now? Who can stop when God said it's time to marry? Who can stop when God says it's time to be anointed? Who can stop you when God says it's time to be favored? Who can stop you when God says it's time to be elevated? Who can stop you? That is the master key. It's the key that opens all doors. He says, I am the way. You know, say, I am a way. A way means air. A way means there's other ways. But he said, I am the way. Which means that I am the door. The way itself is the door. I am the door. The truth and the life. No one comes to the Father. No one comes to the Father except through me. Which means that I am the key to the next dimension. I am the key to your deliverance. I'm the key to an open heavens. I pray for somebody here. I pray for somebody here. May heaven be open unto your life. Let me tell you something here about the door. Some of you are fighting wrong battles. Let me show you here. It's a terrible thing for God to shut the door on a man. What else again? Do you know God can shut the door on you? Hello? Do you know God can shut the door on you? It's very terrible that God says, you, I've shut the door on you. Now, one thing that can make God shut the door on a man when a man has gone too far, that he's not ready to allow God to have his way. When you go too far, God says, I've gone too far. I gave you many chances. I gave you opportunities, but you have gone too far. God himself can shut a door. Why? Because anything that will not bring glory to him, he will shut it down. Some of you, right? When God shut a door to that job you're looking for, not every disappointment is from the devil. Some disappointment is divine alignment. Sometimes God will shut a very door that he knows to destroy you. Sometimes God says, I will not let you have this job, because when you go to that job, you'll be arrested. God says, I won't let you have this marriage. When you marry that man will kill you. And God says, I've shut the door of your prayer. Not every prayer God answers. Tell me about that. Hey, thank God that he never answers certain prayers. Thank God that he never answers some prayers you prayed a long time ago. Because if God could have answered those prayers, I don't think you will live for long. Am I talking to somebody here? So always say, God, I thank you not for not answering those prayers. Because God can shut a door on a man when a man gets to a level that he sees himself as God. When you see yourself as God, God shut the door from you. And when God shut the door, right, you are praying, you are binding, you are breaking, but nothing's happening. Some of you have not been there before. When you are praying, the more you pray, the more they slap your face. The more you pray, the more demons say, you foolish boy, foolish man, down, you foolish girl. You are praying and there's no resource. When you are praying, there's no resource. You keep praying, ask yourself, what have I done to deny access? Sometimes we can do something that can deny it, to deny us of access. Access to a door. Why? Because there were some things we'll do that when we pray, God says, I don't know who's praying. That's why sometimes it takes the mercy of God, also to the mercy of God, God's servant who can cry, say, God, please, I know he has done something wrong. Have mercy on him. Some of you, right? We cry and ask God for your mercy. Because if it's not the mercy of God on your life, right, I don't know what would have happened to you. Say mercy. But Timothy said, Son of David, have mercy on me. When God shut a door on you, it's because God realized that you have made your mind, you will not change. What does he? When a man makes his mind, he will not change. God shut the door. Am I talking to you? Open. Ephphatha be open. Things can be open. Ephphatha, open. But God, with the same God who say Ephphatha, can also shut the door. God can shut the door of a man when a man have a rebellious heart. Rebellious. Bible says rebellious is as bad as what? Witchcraft. So what happens that God, you pray and God will not answer you. You say, but what is happening? Because God said you are a rebellious servant. God can shut the door on a man when a man gets to a place where he says, God, I don't care what you do, I still doubt you. Bible says a doubted person is always unstable. There are people that no matter what you do, they will never believe. They will come to church and they will still not believe. All they do is that they are doubting the man of God. They are doubting what is going on. They are seeing power of God moving and still doubt the power of God. They have made their mind that after James 1 verse 8, it says a doubted person. They have made their mind that after me, I'm going to doubt everything. When you live in doubt, you will live in fear. God can shut the door on the man. Can I talk to you? Can I talk to you? God can shut the door on a person when a person is without faith. Yes, Romans 14:23. Romans 14 verse 20. Anything done without faith is a sin. Hey, one thing that can make God feel bad of himself, God say, I thought you have faith in me. You know, when you don't have faith in God, God can't help you. Can I say it again? If you can't have faith in God, God cannot help you. anyone who comes to the Father must believe that He is. He is. So if you don't know He is, He can't help you. So for you to believe God is, it takes faith. Tell me about that. Oh, tell somebody again.